Hello, Cancer Risings. I hope you can hear me. This is Astro Dim here doing the 12 card spread reading for you guys. Each card represents a house because, at the end of the day, I'm an astrologer, right? Each card represents a house. I'll be able to use the meaning of the card to figure out how this is going to be for August 2018. Okay, Cancer Risings? Excuse me as I adjust this. Okay. Let's get started with your reading. I already shuffled. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to cut the cards so you can see me doing some type of shuffle or another, okay? All right, so let's say Aries, Taurus, Cancer. Hi. And so if I don't do it today, which I definitely think I will do it today, it will be done tomorrow. I promise. Okay. Thank you for the support. Um, so and I'll try to on the camera too because I'm going to be focused on the reading that I missed a couple of people and felt really bad, and I want to show my love for supporting. Okay. So let's get started with the Cancer Rising reading. The old Cancer Rising Pentacles. Excuse me for the background noise, y'all. I live in the city. Um, Third house energy is Three of Cups, which is pretty good. Very good, actually. Page of Swords for the second house. What are they doing? I'm sorry. Why are they beeping the horn so much? Um, Sorry about that, y'all. The internet for some, even though I'm literally right near my house, I don't know why. Anyways, Queen of Wands for the fifth house, Hangman for the fifth, High Priestess for the sixth, Four of Pentacles for the seventh, the Empress for the eighth, Ace of Pentacles for the ninth, Temperance for the 10th. A lot of the cards are repeating, which is interesting. It kind of reminds me there's probably a theme for August 2018. If this guy doesn't stop blowing his horn, I'm going to really lose my mind. Knight of Wands for and Queen of Swords for the 12th. Okay. So you got two queens here, three major arcana, which is interesting. Um, One ace. So you got a, you know, a pretty like leveled out reading, and we'll get to it. So Cancer Risings, the overall energy for your month of August is King of Pentacles, right? And so with the King of Pentacles, this is a mature and secure, definitely financially secure energy here. You probably are in a mood to try to have some financial security, to add some practicality to your life, to try to stabilize it. And the reason why I say stabilize it for sure, you guys just went through an eclipse in July. There's another eclipse coming up. Right now it's the 25th for me as I'm recording this, but there's another one coming up on the 27th of July. And then August is going to be another eclipse, okay? So you've been shaken up. You've been going through a lot. You also have Saturn opposite of you. And so what you're trying to do at this moment is stabilize yourself in every sense of the word. I'm sensing, of course, financially, but at the home, maybe at work, just stabilizing yourself so you can feel comfortable in every sense of the word, because that's what Cancer's really wanted in the day is comfort. So let's get this going. Three of Cups for the first house, which is dope. The first house represents your personality, your appearance, your persona, and just generally a second overall card of how the energies are going to be for you guys. This is great. You're looking happy. You're looking like you're celebrating. There's someone else who was celebrating too. I believe who was celebrating. It was either Aries or Taurus, but they had the Three of Cups in their first house too, I believe. For those cards, you may know someone who's an Aries rising or Taurus rising, but you are going to be celebrating something, having fun, just enjoying life and enjoying this month, which is lovely. You may, for some reason, feeling like I have to say this, you may be having a like, fuck it type of attitude. So even though there's chaos going around you, what you're doing is still just enjoying yourself, enjoying your summer, because you know summer, is about to end. It's August, the last like full month of summer. So you may have kind of like a fuck it attitude. I'm just gonna go out and have fun, even though my life is a little bit too unstable for me. Okay. So that might be the energies that you're feeling, but you're definitely looking happy. You're looking like you're celebrating. You're looking like you're enjoying life. And most likely you probably are. You have kind of an emotional joy, like a joyfulness. You're not just happy, it's something from within. So, and people are seeing it from the outside, which is dope. But you have the Page of Swords for your second house right here. With the Page of Swords for the second house, in this card, he is looking a little bit indignant, a little bit arrogant, and ready to fight for what he believes, fight for his logic, fight for what he seems is right. But you see, he looks like a little shithead. Look at his face. I'm not calling you a shithead, no. Because I love you, Cancers. Y'all are my babies because y'all are my opposite sign, sun-wise. But, you may be a little flippant, let's say, when it comes to expressing your self-worth. There may have been a situation in which someone may have deemed you not worthy enough for something. I don't. Could be kind of, you went through some drama with having to do with that, and so you feel like you're in attack mode. There may be even a situation with your job or with you making money, and what they're someone's trying to lower their cost for you. There's threatened for layoffs. There's a situation in which you have to defend yourself through your words. The thing is, though, is and yet like it's emotionally connected, even though it's swords, because he's upset. Like he feels like something is happening unjustly to him personally, with the Page of Swords. So, with saying all of that, there may be a situation in which someone's trying to make seem like you're not worthy enough. It could be through a job, through a layoff, through just generally someone's just making you seem like you're not as important as you are. And you're kind of in attack mode, and you're ready for a tongue lash. You're ready to give a tongue lashing to people. Okay. You also have Four Swords here for your third house. And so you see that he's just confined in this box for the Four of Swords. You're feeling that way. It was reminiscent of the Hermit card a little bit, in which you are stuck in your own mind. You're being introspective, but like when it comes to the Four of Swords, though, I feel like it's not a healthy introspection. You may be focusing a little bit too much of the negative stuff, of the things that's happening that's not so good, that's not so great. Um, and the thing is, this is the third house, right? The house of communication, thought process. Thought process is community, siblings, right? So it could be a sibling that's doing this, could be a community that's ensuing these thoughts. But the thing is, though, is that yeah, it could be your it could be something that's ensuing these thoughts that you are having. But the thing is that sorry, I got totally distracted with that whole little blow up. The thing is, though, oh goodness, this wind, y'all, I can't deal. It's like it feels good with Jesus. Okay, so yeah, so feel this way, a big way or whatever. But the thing is that um, this is like the third. This is like third house energy. So what you need to do is get your mind out of it, because what's going to happen is you're going to start manifesting these things. This is the house of Gemini. Geminis are one of the king manifestors. Okay, and so what you need to do. Excuse me. Sorry. So sorry, y'all. So I've been I'm a Capricorn sun, so a lot of the stuff that Cancers go through, their opposite, the opposite sign goes through. A sign goes through it, their opposite sign goes through it. So I know how you feel. Like I've been in my head, in my thoughts, and thinking a little bit negatively, being a little worrisome. And so, I understand what you're going through. Just really try your best. What I've done is I wrote some affirmations that I'm really trying to change my thought process. Be so cautious. Capricorns are known for being cautious, and honestly, that is the reason why Capricorns manifest so slowly. Things don't come till later in life because they're too cautious. And with maturity, they realize that being too cautious is not going to give you anything. So, with that being said, I want to give you that Capricorn gem and help. Next, Queen of Wands for the fourth house, right? So, the Queen of Wands is very creative energy. It's kind of like birthing creativity, fly energy. Why I say fly is because, like, look at her dress. Look at it. Go ahead, look. She's like very exuberant, okay? So you might be in a situation in which you're being creative at the home, being creative at your house, or using your innermost, deepest emotions to express creativity, letting those emotions be your motivation. You know what I'm saying? With you guys, let me see something. Wait a second. Cancer, Libra. This is Libra energy. Okay. Yeah. So your fourth house is Libra. So with that being said, like you naturally are like that. You naturally want to beautify your home, make your home nice, comfortable, beautiful, pretty. And so you're definitely being more on that edge, but you're being definitely more creative and more not showboaty, but you're being definitely more expressive. I'll say that. Being more expressive at the home, being more expressive with your family, and usually being more expressive with your inner emotions. One thing I do want to mention though, it's funny that I said this reminds me of the Hermit card because Cancer, your third house is Virgo, and Virgo rules the Hermit card. So again, don't use your third house to worry. Use your third house to plan. Use your third house to kind of set up a process. You know what I mean? And think positive thoughts. And then Page of Swords is Leo for you, and because it's an eclipse, like it's a phase, it's phasing out an era. You know what I mean? It's a solar eclipse, so just be careful with your words, okay? Hangman for the fifth house, all right? So it's funny. I feel like you have all this creativity juices, creative juices coming in, but you can't make moves on them. Of course, you can't make moves on them because even though Jupiter is in your fifth house, your Mars, which is in Aquarius, which is the eighth house, but your Mars in general is retrograde, and so with Mars being retrograde, she passed, and what you need to do is just write down this creative ideas, plan it out, you know, use your second house, a third house Virgo to like plan things out, make sure they're good, so Ma- um, when it's August 22nd and Mars is direct again, you can push forward, okay? Um, and the thing is, this feeling might be feeling greater. Like you really might feel like you're stuck and you can't do shit. It's because Jupiter is actually in here. So Jupiter is making the hangman energy even more strong. And honestly, Jupiter has been in 13 degrees, Jupiter for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if it's still stationing. I don't know how long Jupiter stations. I have to look that up. But it may still be stationing. And when a planet stations, that's when, after it's gone retrograde, it's not retrograde no more, but it's just stuck at that same spot in the same degree because it takes planets a while to look like it's going forward to us. But Jupiter might still be stationing, so you still might be waiting as if, you know, it is Jupiter retrograde, okay? So that could be it too. So sorry, guys, that the wind keeps blowing. The sixth house is the high priestess, right? Dope energy. The high priestess is has full understanding of what's of the third realm, a third 3D realm, and what's of the 5D realm, the fifth dimension. And so, what I see with this is it's supposed to represent Sagittarius. It's not the Sagittarius at the moment, but what I see for this is that you you are kind of I'm just trying to find a better way to word this. You are doing like your daily routines, your daily work, your daily tasks, things you do at a frequency. You're going to work at a certain time. You're doing things at a certain time. I'm doing this because the wind's blowing, okay? And I'm just still talking. There it goes. All right. But yeah, like, it's just like fucking up my whole spread, y'all. I am so sorry, Cancer. But you're going to work at a certain time and you're doing your daily task and whatever, right? You're living your life, but you're kind of doing it in a more of a trancey type of way, knowing that even the 3D stuff has a spiritual element to it. The everyday mundane stuff has a spiritualness to it. It actually builds our soul, so our soul can be ascended. So you're kind of appreciating every level, every dimension, every existence, because you know it's a part of the big plan. Okay, yeah, that's what I really feel here. And you probably are becoming a more expertise when it comes to your routine, your work environment, like how to handle that type of stuff. Okay. Seventh house, which is your Capricorn house, and Saturn and Pluto's in here. And you have the Four of Pentacles, so it makes sense, you know. Pinnacle energy, it's Capricorn, Saturn's in here, and four of Pentacles is very restrictive energy. Like you see that he's holding to his money tight and he's not letting go. That shows the Saturn's restrictions. So there's going to be some restrictions when it comes to, or restrictive energy when it comes to relationships, whether they're romantic or platonic. The thing is, though, is that you're creating this yourself. Like you're creating these restrictions yourself, believe it or not. And the reason why I say this is like, yes, Capricorn definitely not Capricorn, Cancer risings definitely, excuse me, Saturn definitely makes things restrictive, but it's making things restrictive because it's telling you that you're doing shit wrong. You know what I mean? So you have to really kind of like listen to Saturn. Not I've been saying submit to Saturn, but I don't like that whole submit shit. Listen to Saturn. Listen to Saturn, and let go, and kind of like just let go of the things that you're trying to hold on to. The Saturn is trying to tell you how to go about things, because if you do, like Pluto's here too, so it's going to give you this big transformative situation or experience if you let go. You know what I mean? So whatever you're holding on to in a relationship, it could be the actual relationship. It could be certain morals that you have. It could be like a fight about something small and you just don't want to let it go. Just let it go. You would know what that is, especially Cancer risings. Y'all are intuitive. You have the Empress card for the eighth house, major arcana, and Aquarius is in here. So this is funny. Aquarius has Mars in there right now, and the eclipse as well. So this is really, really interesting energies. Aquarius, Mars retrograde kind of speaks of, again, being introspective on your driving motivation and things not moving forward because the universe is forcing you to be more reflective instead of taking action. But the eclipse is also here, so it's kind of phasing out this old era, bringing in a new era of it's definitely more emotional based than anything, right? It's a new era of your life. Excuse me. And this new era of your life is the Empress card, the things that you're creating, the things that you were nurturing, right? Because the Empress doesn't just create, it's not just pregnancy, right? But it's also nurturing the things that you are actually creating, making sure they stay alive, making sure they stay healthy, right? And so, what I'm thinking that this energy is telling you to do is continuously nurture the stuff that you have available, and then plan out the new creative ideas that's coming to you. But don't take action on those ideas. Just whatever that's happening at the moment, continuously be nurturing to it. So it could be, you could still have it around. Now, this is like eighth house energy. So the things that you need to be nurturing with is your intimacy, sex, emotionally binding relationships, right? Continuously to be nurturing with that. It's also shared money and shared worth. So you have a situation like an inheritance or whatever, where any type of situation where you're sharing money, nurture that. And if you're aware that you're going through a big transformation, right? Because again, this hitting y'all's, this eclipse is hitting y'all eighth house. Eclipse means transformation. Eighth house means transformation. Y'all are going through a deep emotional transformation when it comes to intimacy. Okay, continuously, don't ignore it. Nurture it. Realize that this is happening, and let just you know. This is the one time I'll say surrender. Believe it or not, because with the eighth house energy, man, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. And your, Aquarius is in your eighth house. Aquarius rules Uranus, which is random sudden events. And I know Uranus is not in there, but still, like that whole vibe of like something randomly just happening is going to happen. So you might as well just like flow with the energies. You know what I'm saying? Page of Pentacles for the ninth house is new beginnings on practical stuff and money. So you may have gotten to a situation where you gotten some money to be able to travel, or gotten some money to be able to go to school, gotten some money to be able to support your beliefs, your philosophical beliefs, your religious beliefs, whatever. But you have a new financial beginning, or those things could have given you a new financial beginning. You know what I mean? And that's it, honestly. The Temperance card. So the Temperance card is like represents duality. It's like this person is a man and a woman. They're kind of pouring one thing, pitcher water from they're pouring water from one pitcher to another. This is the sun. This is the moon. This is the tortoise. This is the hare. You know what I mean? So it's representing duality, the masculine and feminine. Okay. So you are actually looking like that. To like that's your reputation this month is someone who is understanding of all energies, someone who sees both sides, someone who's seeking for peace, understanding that each side has an importance, and just trying to find the balance, the middle of it, the middle. That's what your reputation and status is reminiscent of. And so you're probably, your 10th house is your career too. So you're probably trying to find balance within your career as well. Seeing if it's a good fit, seeing that it makes you happy, seeing if it also provides the financial needs that you need, seeing that it's a fulfilling job. You're just trying to find a balance, understanding the ins and outs of things and seeing if it's a good fit for you. 11th house is the Knight of Wands. And so you kind of look at this card, it looks like he's like charging ahead, real happy, excited to push forward with this new, with this war, pretty much. And the Wands energy is fire energy, and fire energy is very um, interested in creativity, self-expression, and also like just desires, right? Going after your desires, with, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And so you may be going to friends, you may be going to your network, acquaintances, to push forward your new ideas and seeing how they feel about it. So this might be an actual fire sign person that's doing this to you too. Okay. Lastly, Queen of Swords with the 12th house. This is dope. You're finding your spiritual authority. You're using your words to not only help your how you sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? You might like be on like very stern with yourself and very stern with you know the unknown things about what you do, but you're also being stern when it comes to spirituality, being very strong with your words and not like really not being emotionally connected to your words, being extremely logical. You might be demanding certain things to happen to you on a spiritual way, in a spiritual way, you know what I mean, or on a spiritual level. I see this as someone who's like taking charge and taking authority and maybe doing spells, or taking charge and taking authority and maybe like connecting with certain angels that can deliver. Like you're really trying to use your words and use your mind to find your authority so you can get things that you feel like you should get. You're using your intelligence, your words, your mind to connect with universal one consciousness and God. You know what I mean? Of course, you're not going to be like stern talking to God or whatever, but you're just like really, you are not playing. You like there's certain things that you're expecting, and you are voicing it to the universe. You know what I mean? So, yeah, overall energy for you guys. Again, King of Pentacles. You're trying to find stability in so many different ways. You're trying to find stability. Like this is literally saying that you're trying to find balance within, your career and within your status. You're holding on to certain things in relationships, but you're also staying in your mind. You know what I mean? You're kind of confusing. There's certain aspects of your life that you feel like you need to let go. There's certain aspects you need to hold on. Certain aspects you need to find balance. Like you're using different theories and different ideas on different aspects of your life, right? Because you're lost at this. Honestly, this is a definitely tough month for you. You're just all you're trying to do at the end of the day is find stability. I can't really give advice to this because there's certain instances where, yeah, you do have to hold on to this part of your life and you do have to let go of this part of your life. You know what I mean? But for some people, it may be best to like apply the same method to every sector of your life. But I can't speak on that with you. You know what I mean? Like I can't really speak on that. The one things that I can say though is like with these major arcanas, these are energies that can definitely be changed. And that's one thing. I don't care what any tarot person says. You can change whatever energy you want. It's just with its major arcana energy, it may be harder than minor arcana, but you can definitely change the energies. But just know that it may be easier for you to just let the energies go, let the energy pass, and kind of go with it unless it's something that you're really against. So the major arcanas that you have is the Hangman in your sixth. Again, your fifth. That means again, like you're having all these creative ideas, but you can't take action on them. High Priestess on the sixth. You're understanding the balance between 3D and 5D, and you kind of it's happening through your everyday tasks, and you're finding the importance of those. The Empress in the eighth. You're going through a big transformation, and it's going to be emotional, but it has connected to you. It's connected to like intimacy and relationships and how you create them, how you nurture them, how you keep them alive. And then the Temperance and your 10th, finding balance within your career. Okay, so those are the like highlighted spots that you may want to focus a little bit more on. Okay. Now, thank you so much, guys, for listening to the Cancer Rising reading. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, and all that good stuff. I'm going to do an extended reading. If you want to see the extended reading, you have to be a Patreon, okay? It's $10 a month. If this resonates for you and you only want to see this month, I suggest you buy the $10 subscription, and then just get the reading, of course, and then just not, unsubscribe, okay? because I do want to help as much people as I can, but I would love if you stay subscribed and support a real one, okay? Know that my Etsy, I have an Etsy shop where I do astrological readings. Check that out. I have my 12 card spread, 12 tarot reading too. That's personal. And then also, I have a podcast called My Bed and Astrology. I finished season 1. Season 2 will probably start sometime in September. And yeah, I'm gonna get started with these extended reader parts. So I have to leave y'all. But if you're interested, definitely go on my Patreon. It may not be up immediately, but it's definitely gonna be up by Friday probably. Okay. All right. Much love, y'all. Peace.